So you have a landslide blocking the access. You have literally roads caved away, national highways, that is also blocking the access efforts of the multiple agencies, and a huge number that is being advanced towards the epicenter of this entire tragedy. And moreover also the weather that is disrupting the entire operation, and that's exactly perhaps why we do not have a more and more number about this. One can really pray about that the casualty doesn't rise, but looking at this scale of devastation through those images, one could imagine and compare with what had happened in 2013 in Kedarnath. I remember Dharali being one of the most busiest town, does not only invite the tourists but also Char Dham Yatra is underway. Dharali being one of the biggest city, the number of the passenger who would be probably staying along with the local could be huge. But until unless we have the access, because if you do not have a rescue teams reaching at the spot because of these hostile scenarios, clearly that makes entire operation extremely difficult. Aishwarya.
Right, Ashutosh, and it is pretty evident if it is so difficult for you to move from this spot to the next spot, then it is very, very evident that the rescue operations are also hit. A, by the weather, we understand that it's still raining across Uttarakhand, and two, because it has become so difficult to reach those people.
Also the communication. Now imagine if there are people who will probably be stuck in certain areas. There is no network access. Somehow a few networks are only working. So that also makes it extremely difficult to send out those messages. Subsequent to that, the essential is what is important, the first responders, the team of the search and rescue operations like these, the ITBP Jawans who have also been mobilized to that area. They all are just waiting here for an access. So local police, local SDRF teams, the ITBP, the NDRF, the machineries, because it's a hostile situation. And the best effort could have been if they could be able to land a Chinook or a Mi-17 or these heavy choppers, because these helicopters are capable of carrying even the earth moving machineries, heavy machineries, maximum number of the personals. In fact, at certain altitude, certain areas have been marked by the local administration, the number of manpower which is available, that these potentially could be placed where they can land their choppers. But because of the hostile weather, even the choppers cannot fly. Now these persons who are stuck here in along with me at this Bhatwari area, they're not even able to move other side. And if I could just zoom the camera on the other side, right exactly 3 kilometers later, there's a massive huge companies of rescue teams who are still stranded there, because another similar landslide and similar road caving in has happened 3 kilometers ahead. So until unless you evacuate the entire area, until unless you prepare the road for the transportation to move the heavy machineries, vehicles which has these equipments, that will be essential for the rescue and search operations by all these are multiple agencies. So that's exactly why we are seeing the entire situation is actually turning hostile for this rescue and search operations in Uttarkashi. Aishwarya.